guys, it's Coach Ariel from Anytime Fitness Palmetto, and today I want to show you some lower intensity, lower impact leg toning and sculpting exercises that you can do from home. These exercises are designed just to use body weight, pulsing movements to challenge your leg muscles without too heavy or too intense weight loads on them. All right, so to begin, always make sure that you're warmed up and stretched. I'll show you some of my favorite warm-ups I like to do to get my legs ready for a nice sculpting toning workout. The first one I like to do is just a walking high knee. So I'm going to bring my knees up to reach my hand, and I like to do this about 30 seconds before I switch to my next warm-up. So go ahead and make sure you get about 30 seconds of those walking high knees in, and then we'll reverse that to a walking butt kick. Make sure you're tapping your heels or that your heels are reaching all the way up to your booty. You just kind of walk it up, get those legs warm. Another one I like to do are my hip circles to make sure that my hip joints are warm and there's blood going to that area as well. So I open it up, close the hip, and I'll do that again. Open, make sure I have my balance, and close. One more time, open and close. And then I'll balance on my right leg, I'll switch to my left, open, close. Any of these movements, make sure to do them as long as you need. Just because I'm only doing 3 on each side, take, like I said, 30 seconds or so. Really get that body nice and warm. Another one I like to do are just front kicks, kicking my legs out in front of me. The core is tight. I'm moving my legs, I'm making sure blood is flowing, I'm getting my heart rate elevated a little bit here. And again, 30 seconds or so should be plenty for you. And then a nice good stretch I always like to do is open up those legs a little bit, make sure my hamstrings are stretched out before I start any exercise. That's always the tightest part of my leg for me. So I'm gonna reach down, touch my right foot here. And again, I encourage holding that stretch from 20 to 30 seconds or so, really trying to reach for the toe, head down as far as you can. And when you're ready, you can walk it over to your left side. And again, hold that stretch nice and deep. Pull yourself into, head towards the knee as much as you can. And when you're ready, you can walk it to the center. And from here, I sometimes will spread out my legs a little bit wider to get deeper into the stretch. And what I like to do is hug my elbows like so, drop my head into my arms, and swing a little bit back and forth. Feeling that nice deep stretch. All right, good work. So today's format for your exercises, once you've taken the time to get stretched, warmed up, and ready, each exercise you should complete anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds with 20 seconds break in between. So you want to kind of keep up a faster pace intensity to keep those leg muscles activated. The first one I'm going to show you today, you're going to need to practice your balance and stabilization a little bit. So you'll balance on your left leg, your right foot, you'll point your toe, and you're just going to tap directly lateral to the side to you. Then you're going to come back, you're not resting the foot on the ground. You're going to tap at an angle, 45-degree angle, coming back to center, and then you're going to tap the ground directly behind you. So the whole time you're doing these taps, your legs are slightly bent at the knee. You're never locked in straight. Slight bend, hips tucked, head is up, chest is up, and then you go, like I said, 40 seconds, lateral tap, at an angle, tap the toe, tapping back. And as you continue, you'll feel that weight on this leg. And you'll feel those muscles start to burn and start to get activated. And you can start to include your hands here. You're breathing. And by the end of 3 rounds of 40 seconds of each leg, so you'll switch, you'll really feel your leg lighting up and putting in that work. So just to show you on this side, touch back, touch side, touch at an angle. If you have a mini resistance band, I definitely encourage wearing one around your legs for that one. You'll get even more of a burn from it. So that's your first exercise. Again, 30 to 40 seconds of work, with a 20-second break, completing each leg for 3 rounds. Then, what I like to do from there is a forward and backwards body weight lunge. So, you'll step your right foot forward into that lunge, you'll step back up to center, let me scooch forward, and you'll step back with that same leg, and then you'll switch. So again, left foot forward now, back to center, and back. Good. And you just keep alternating. Forward with the right, backwards with the right, center, forward with your left, backwards with your left, center. So again, if you notice, with the lunge, your chest again is still up, your head is still up, and you're activating your arms through that movement, but most of your weight is through your heels and through your legs. All right, next move that you can do to tone those legs up from home at a lower intensity is kicking your stance out into a wide squat, sumo squat stance. So from here, it's the same as a regular squat. You're still digging in through the heels, your knees are slightly bent, and your back is straight, your hips are tucked. You go down into that squat nice and deep. When you come up, you're gonna raise up on your toes and activate your calves. So down, up through those calves. And again, push down through your heels, come up, go onto your toes. When you go onto your toes, activating your calves, you're still squeezing those glutes. So if you need to have a wall next to you, or a handle or a chair, something to balance you, that's fine. It's mostly about your form. You go down into that wide squat, you come up onto your toes and squeeze. Make sure your glutes are squeezed, make sure your calves are activated. And then you can start kicking off with some power as you get more comfortable. That's your next exercise. Again, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. At that point, you'll probably feel the sweat building up. All right, then we're gonna take it to the ground here, take it to the floor. For our next exercise, I'm gonna show you a glute bridge. This can be done with body weight and still be very effective. You will want to rest your weight on your heels here. You're gonna lay back onto the ground, hands on your side. I'm gonna lift my hands so you can see what my butt and what my pelvis is doing here. So digging in through the heels. Here we go. I'm gonna push up. Notice, I'm not overextending. My butt, my pelvis, everything is one straight line. My knees are not splayed too wide. They're in line with my shoulders, my arms here. And then I tap back down into the ground. I'm not resting my full weight and just dropping. I'm just a little tap, push up, squeeze, 1, 2, touch, squeeze, 1, 2, touch the ground, squeeze, 1, 2. The reason why I want you to hold it for a second or two is really make sure that you feel that squeeze and really light up the muscles since we're just using body weight. When you squeeze, you'll notice you'll feel it in here as well. It is working your hamstrings, as well as the glutes, as well as your core. So make sure that your stomach is tight. Once you've done 3 rounds of a glute bridge with both feet on the ground, the way you can advance that is a single leg glute bridge. Same concept, except this time, one of your legs will be extended, hands on the side. This time when you kick up, your whole leg drives through that hip, drives through that pelvic thrust. All right, guys, I'm going to show that one to you again. This time I'm switching sides. Leg is straight, knee is bent. We drive up through our heel. We're not overextending the leg. I'm keeping mine even with my hip. As it's down, my leg goes down. As it's up, it's up. When I'm up, I'm making sure that my hips are even, and I drop it down evenly to the ground. All right, you can take about 30 seconds for each side, 3 rounds. You'll really feel that in those hamstrings, and again in your core as well, so it's a really good dynamic workout. All right, staying on our mat, staying seated here. Our next exercise is a clam. So what you can do is drop down to your elbows. Make sure here that your hips are stacked. You don't want to have your hip too far back or too far over. Nice and stacked, knees are stacked, toes are stacked. What you're going to do to open up that clamshell, you open up here keeping your toes connected. Once you get as high as you can with your hips staying stacked, simply close. Again, you do that for 40 seconds, hold it at the top, close. And again, hold it at the top, close. Hold it, close. That's gonna challenge muscles that you may not normally use, so it'll be subtle, but it'll be working hard. Then what you can do after you finish your 3 rounds here, you can pull that leg over in front of you, extend your other leg straight, and so from here, you're simply going to be lifting your leg. Again, you're on your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. We're just gonna extend our leg up as many times as we can for 40 seconds. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. You're gonna feel those inner thighs light up. And of course, you can switch. A fun thing to do is supersetting between the clam and that leg extension, that leg raise. So I'd recommend doing 40 seconds of the clam, 20-second break, and doing 40 seconds of this upward leg pulse. And then once you've got 3 rounds doing that on that side, switch directions, do it the other way for an optimal burn that's gonna really cover inside and outside of the leg. Your final little round here to finish it off and burn the glutes up, again, just using your body weight and subtle movements, is going to be a series here. The way I like to do this is back to back to back and then rest. So for 30 seconds, you're gonna be in this position, hands directly underneath your shoulders, back is straight, knees directly underneath your hips. For 30 seconds, you're going to pulse your leg up like your heel is going towards the ceiling. As you do so, you'll be activating your glute. So when you kick up, the top part of your glute, that's where you're gonna feel that burn. You're gonna go for 30 seconds, kicking up, up, up. Once the 30 seconds are done, you're going to open and extend from the hips. Your knee and your feet stay in the same position. These are called fire hydrants. You're gonna open and extend. This one will light up the outer part of your glute as well as the hamstring on the leg that's supporting you. So you open for 30 seconds. Then once that 30 seconds expires, straighten out your leg. Sorry guys. Straighten out your leg, point your toe, and you're gonna tap either side of your mat going up and over for 30 seconds. By this point, your hamstring here will be burning, on this leg will be burning, and then the up part of your glute, the top part there, that will also be activated. You're gonna get through those 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch, and you're gonna start the series over on the other side. 30 seconds heel kick, 30 seconds fire hydrants, and 30 seconds pointed toe up and over. Do that for 3 rounds, and then good luck with walking after that. You might feel a little shaky in your legs, but it's all towards your health, it's all towards your fitness, and it's all towards sculpting that body that you want to make you feel good. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed your little tutorial video today. Let us know how you like it. We always love to hear your feedback and hear that you're staying healthy and working out from home. Again, this is Coach Ariel from Anytime Fitness Palmetto, and I'll see you guys again soon for another fun workout. Have a great day.